Hello and welcome back. Corsair DreamLeague Season 9. We've got only 4 teams left now. We started with 8. We're exactly halfway in, 3 days in of the 5. It's 2.5 days. Yeah, we're halfway through the teams, halfway through the days. We lost one of our panel members, Ted.
Yeah.
You good?
I'm your co-host. It even says it in the credits.
Yeah.
Co-host. I mean, that's both a promotion and I think probably the fanciest title I've ever had.
Yeah.
It's true.
You like being the co-host?
Yeah, I love it.
Good.
I just get to sit here and talk to you and welcome people to the couch, and that's it.
Who's the next? Who would you like to welcome next?
Let me think. Well, there is someone that I love very dearly, as you know. She's flown all the way from London. No, it's not my wife. It's my esports wife. It's William Blitz Lee.
No, there you go. Will,
anytime. There we go.
Hey, the door still works. The esports wife, period.
Oh, this thing is broken.
Yeah, don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I take no responsibility. Jonas?
Do you have a favorite song, Will?
Me?
Yeah.
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
Gucci Gang by Lil Pump.
That's it.
Let's get it.
I don't think that is something that Thomas can play for you.
If Thomas could play that song right now, I would give my job.
Thomas, have you heard
up.
of Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang?
I have no clue.
Okay, good man. Thomas is all right.
I would take off my glasses and give them to Thomas as tribute. If he knew
I
how
think
to
he
play
has his
Gucci
own.
Gang.
I think he's good.
But he could have mine.
Any other song that is your favorite song?
I don't know. That's the only music that I acknowledge.
What's
is
the other
Lil
one?
Pump.
Kevin Rose.
Derek Rose.
Derek Rose, whatever.
Is it that I follow?
No. That's a garbage song compared to Lil
But it's in
Pump's
your
Gucci
head
Gang.
so often.
Yeah, but just because something's stuck in your head doesn't mean that
That's
it's necessarily
true.
good.
It's true.
Fair enough, fair enough. Hey, we're DreamLeague. And DreamLeague has been around for a very long time. And there's also a player. Well, a lot of the players have been around for a very long time. What am I saying? But this player in particular has been around for a very long time. And he remembers DreamLeague from a very long time ago still as well. We have had the chance to sit down and talk to Puppey.
That's ace. That was ace. EA is really strong. The position is really strong.
Well, DreamLeague starts from DreamHack back from the day. It was one of the first European tournaments I think I went to 10 years ago, perhaps. So it's been a long while I've been coming to Sweden and playing some, esports games. So I've been in DreamLeague for a while. So it's basically like one of the favorite tournaments to go to because it's always been there for me. Dota is a game of momentum in a way of, not the same way of like Counter-Strike is a game of momentum, but definitely what feels good works out and you just keep going with it. I do look at the chemistry a lot, and even if people don't have it, I try to create it. You can see a lot of players that have been somewhat not good in that team, but in due time they become really good. For instance, like Anna in OG. He wasn't really that good in our opinion, but then OG started winning with him and he started becoming more beastly, and throughout the year they win 2 majors, and that's really impressive. It really is about kind of making the chemistry work, and captain needs to create that chemistry. Just because of winning the last DreamHack, it kind of makes this nice effort to have something going, like defending the title. It's a good thing to strive for, and we definitely do.
Yeah, they definitely are on the right track to defend their championship here, as they are in the upper bracket finals together with Team Liquid, who also has won a lot of DreamHacks. The 2 previous ones they attended, actually. I don't think they were DreamLeagues. I don't think the previous 2, the last one they were at. Were they at?
Who?
Liquid. Were they at the previous DreamLeague Major?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They lost 3-0 to the final.
Hey, guys, I was sick. I don't know, okay? I have an
excuse.
excuse. Thank
Good
you.
excuse.
And the one before that, Liquid won.
Yeah, and the one before that, Liquid won as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, history in the making right here, perhaps. As Secret is actually 1 game away. If, I said it earlier today, if Secret win and Liquid stays third, because already they are top 3 right now, then Secret overtakes Liquid in DPC.
Do you know what was interesting just watching that interview with Puppey is, I mean, as much as he's been around for such a long time, I think it's interesting to me to see the players have almost matured in their personality, certainly in interviews and things like that. I mean, no offense to Puppey, but he used to be a difficult guy to interview.
Yeah, he was.
And it's interesting to me to see these guys. I mean, that was a really mature interview. It's just amazing to me.
Yeah.
The players have gotten used to having to do this stuff because it used to be. I mean, you know, our job is not as important as theirs, obviously, but it used to be difficult to make content with people because they were kind of abrasive and they didn't want to talk to us and they didn't see it as part of their job. It's true, isn't it?
I like it that you say that. I didn't want to talk to us.
It's true.
Because Pigeon had an interview with Team Secret.
I gotta see this.
with players earlier today. We're going to first take a look at the one he did with GH.
Thank you, Shiva. And I am here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, is GH. I'm such a big fan. You've got to give me an autograph after this. But let's focus on some questions. How are you feeling today? What's your odds on winning this one?
Are you asking about the odds? I have no idea, but I'm pretty confident in my team and the teammates that I have. So I'm just excited to play Secret.
Yeah, I mean, you looked really comfortable on the Sand King yesterday. Can we expect some seriously big epicenters, or you got someone else in store for us?
I'm not sure yet. Depends what my captain has in store for me.
He's giving me looks like don't you give anything away. Well, I mean, any last words for your opponents?
For my opponents,
For your opponent, yeah.
I just want to wish them have fun, and let's make it a good win.
I love this guy. All right, back to you guys.
Yeah, humble. And he just wants to have some fun and play good Dota. I appreciate that.
I actually believe GH when he says that.
Of course.
100%.
That's like, he enjoys what he does, and that's why he does it. There's no other
It's just one of those guys.
motivation.
Like the thing with Team Liquid is they are all just really fucking nice, and it's almost painful because you think surely there's a dark side to these guys. They're not. They're all just really, really nice.
Yeah, and really, really good at Dota apparently as well. Will, yesterday they won against Fnatic. You feel like that was... Because they are playing with the stand-in. For people that are not aware, Miracle was not here this event. They're playing with Heen. How did you think it went for them?
I think it went pretty well, considering how good I think Fnatic actually is. I think it speaks like the testament of how good the players are. Because a lot of teams, I think, if you're using your coach and you're missing, I wouldn't say their best player, but probably their most important player to like how Liquid functions as a group.
I mean, they've said it. They've said he's the heart of the team.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that guy and you're still making it work, like it's very impressive in this kind of field. They still managed to grab another. I think this is like their 13th top 4 finish.
Yeah.
That's
since since Kiev Major, they have not been top 4 of any event they've been to.
It's unbelievable. I mean, it is unbelievable, but at the same time, when you see how they play and you see the chemistry they've got, it's actually completely believable. It's just an unbelievable achievement, I think. But this team it's a special team. It really is a special team.
It really is. As for Team Secret, special team in their own right.
Yeah.
And I said earlier that players sometimes are a little bit unapproachable for us in terms of to talk to them.
Okay, I can't wait for this.
And this was no exception. But Pigeon did get a hold of Matt.
Let's go. I'm back again. I'm getting more support. I'm now here with Sambi. Sambi, how are you feeling today? You confident? Do you think you're going to smash this 2-0, or do you think this is going to be a really hard one?
Oh yeah, he's gonna lose. Definitely. He's definitely gonna lose.
Well, a bit of rivalry between the coaches. Like, how long have you two known each other now?
Long enough to know that I'm not gonna lose to him.
Okay. Any unexpected strats we're going to see? Is there some new secret things you're doing?
It's gotta remain a secret, but one thing for sure, he's gonna lose.
I'm sure you're going to ruin my pups for another night, but back to you, Shiva.
Well, that was not Matt.
That was not Matt. I can see Matt.
I can see Matt as well. But I can see Sambi as well.
Yes,
So
but I
there's
mean, I
that.
can see Matt, and he's definitely not that guy. Yeah.
He sounded very confident, Will.
I would not know.
Oh, you don't even hear Peter? Well,
Relay
he
what
was...
said to me. Tell me.
He said...
Why did you put your earpiece in?
Just.
He said that... Well...
He said
He can't
that
say anything
Heen's
about
gonna
a
lose.
secret.
He just said
but
that
they're gonna
Heen's
lose.
He said that over.
Yeah, okay. It is banter, by the way. They were teammates
Of course.
Yes.
in Korea.
But he is, by the way, Yapsor on the couch yesterday is not telling us the exact truth. Yapsor mentioned that the mid one was going to step out and Sunbeam was going to take the seat. Didn't happen. As of course would be like.
He lied.
He lied.
It could have been even footing Yapsor. I know you can see.
It will be
even footing, he says. Okay.
He said depending on game. Oh. He said depending on what happens in game 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Matt actually.
And Matt, the manager, is the wise one of them all.
Oh yeah, penalty points. Right. Yeah.
Penalty points are a thing if you're playing with the stand-in.
This is why Matt
and
stays
Secret
here.
will not risk that. So hereby, manager Matt has managed the team.
Has said no.
No.
Yeah.
And
Zero chance.
Yeah.
0 chance.
Yapsor's like, well, if we win game 1.
And Matt's like, shut that down right now. We're moving. All right, let's go.
All right, so this series, it is a very hype one because these two teams have, of course, a lot of history together. A lot of history in DreamLeague, as we mentioned as well. What are we thinking? After we've seen the performance yesterday, Secret did look very good, and they're playing with the full squad.
Yeah.
Is Secret the obvious favorite to go in here? Will?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hands down. Ted?
It's mid 1 against Kuro mid. I love Kuro, I really do, but that is, it's hard for, there's no amount of love or bias that could make me swing that the other way. He was so proud of his mid though, I could not say anything. I was like, you did great, dude. Well done, Kuro.
That's adorable. We're going to go into the draft with the first game of this Winners Bracket Finals. So let's see what we got. Let's see what the mid matchup is going to be. Is that the key matchup here? Like, if you are Team Liquid, you're on. You know you're going to be in a disadvantage purely based on Miracle not being there.
I don't think Kuro believes that.
No?
He genuinely... There's not a lot of things this guy has an ego about, but the one thing he does is that he still firmly believes he could play core at a top level.
Well, no, we had an interview with Kuro. He said he wasn't at the level where he used to be.
That's just talk. In his heart of hearts, Shiver, this man wants to be a core.
But then, if he believes that, that's fine. But then, does he also believe that Heen is the same level of support player as he is? Because he's played with GH for a very long time.
Yeah.
They've been building up that chemistry for a very long time.
It's a different thing. It's like, because Kuro will not play these AA, these boring heroes, but he can make Heen play those every day of the week. There's no issues picking. You think Kuro's going to allow himself? Show me where Kuro picks AA for himself 4 times in a row.
Right, but he'll make Heen.
Hypocrite. Hypocrite. But as soon as Heen's on the team, he's like, do it for the team, man.
Hey, he's got 100% win rate with that in Liquid.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, Kuro is too good of a captain to play core now. I think he has to step back to that 4 or 5 role because, I mean, it's 5 basically. He's stuck with it because you can't captain someone, a team to TI. You can't be as great a captain as he is and then just say, do you know what, guys? Fuck all that. I'm the one. Everyone shut up. And you have to play AA every game. Like, he can't do that.
Dude, they banned AA.
Yeah.
Did you see that meme on Reddit? It was like,
if you don't ban AA against
play against
Liquid.
Team Liquid,
Oh, yeah.
you don't ban Ancient Apparition. That is the funniest one.
I mean, it
there
is
we go.
obviously it is a mismatch. I actually think the most interesting matchup here is Puppey versus Kuro in the drafting because these guys know each other really, really well. There's probably no one that these two have discussed Dota with more than each other.
Yes.
So if anyone's going to know the other one's mind and where they're going and how they think, it's going to be each of these
for
guys.
sure.
So it's like a chess grandmaster versus a chess grandmaster. I like that side of it.
I agree with that. That does make it very exciting. And we do have an IO first pick by Liquid. They haven't done that in a very long time. GH IO, scary one.
Yeah, it's well regarded, but GH everything I think nowadays is...
True.
Is he the best around, do you think?
As a 4? I think Yapsor has also a very good stake to that.
Yeah.
And Roger, if you see the difference that Roger made on Na'Vi, like once he leaves that team...
Didn't you think, but before he went to Na'Vi, I thought he was kind of not doing so great, and then he went to Na'Vi and he was like looking really, really good? Yeah.
Roger at Empire, when they were at TI, I thought was one of the best 4s. And Rezo told me the same. He's like, this guy is... He's good.
So do you think it was just the results were kind of not letting him shine?
Yeah, the thing about Dota is like you got to make your way up the ladder, and I think it was like Empire, then you go to Na'Vi, and then you get poached by VP, and then what he's done on VP I think is pretty firmly cemented where he's at. But the two here as well, I think GH and Yapsor could make a pretty good run at being top 3. Like I think those are for me, those are the top 3 in whatever order you want to put. Yapzor, GH, and
IO Beastmaster, by the way.
I think this is very EG-esque. When we had a discussion yesterday, where if you know you're not playing with your core, normally they play around Miracle. Which other core are they gonna play around? We decided maybe you should play around Mind Control.
That was how they played at Shanghai.
Yeah, and that's what EG obviously does as well. They play around Darflame, play around Sumail at the moment. They can try to copy that style, and this is the same opening as what EG would go for as well.
I mean, it's like a guaranteed 1 lane, right? Like IO Beastmaster.
Oh, it's 6 round.
It's like insane.
It's really hard to trade with.
I mean, we saw Mind Control do great things with Beastmaster, just giving them the old walking chop down, which is chop, chop.
Really strong.
It's like there's your off lane.
Oh, there also, but we should talk about Rubik Night Stalker.
Yeah.
One of the better. It's a good support combo. Damage-wise, it's a little bit, but Yapzor Rubik, I think, is.
It's amazing, right? It's like his hero, for sure.
A lot of teams will just straight up ban it, and I'm like, Rubik's not a broken hero.
Right, it's Yapzor broken,
in the hands
right?
of Yapzor. Yeah.
Like, both these teams deserve all the praise in the world, because every one of their players stand out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this would be a secret versus a full strength liquid is like a grand final of any tournament, really. Like they're that good, and they're that hyped to watch. I mean, these are the 2 teams everybody wants to watch right now, other than Newbie when they're on form, I think, and VP. So those are the top 4 really, and we got half of them right here.
Yep.
I think it's really interesting because it feels like they're adjusting their style.
Secret or Newbie?
Or Liquid. Because of what Shiver said, I like that point. You don't have Miracle, and Kuro is obviously not going to be Miracle. He's not going to have the same hero pool, and so you adjust and you play a little bit of an older style that they used to, which is play around Mind Control, make sure that he has the best game possible. So you give him this like Beastmaster IO dual lane to ensure that he is going to have maximum impact.
Right.
He's gonna.
So they're going to have to pick fairly self-sufficient mid and carry.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have Heen in the safe lane, but then the mid needs to be someone who doesn't need babysitting. They don't have like a Tusk or something like that to go and help them out, right?
They've been doing this thing with Kuro where they've been giving him like DK, Timbersaw, like these very self-sufficient cores that don't really need help to begin with.
Yeah, there's DK, Viper, Razor, Timber.
I can't wait for the mid 1 versus Kuro.
Tiny.
So excited for that.
It's like a win-win situation for me as a viewer.
Why?
For us as a viewer.
What?
Why?
Because if Kuro loses, I can go up to him and say you got exposed.
Wow, you wouldn't do that.
I would in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? Somebody's got to keep it real with him. But if he wins, I'll say I believed in you the entire time, man.
No, because I'm gonna tell him.
I was gonna say he's just gonna watch this back and like, wait a second.
Just watch VODs.
Dude,
make up whatever narrative I want.
He has in his wallet a picture of you that has the words "Don't believe his lies" written underneath it. I swear to God.
Ooh. Okay,
also,
so
I think mid 1, like when it comes to just like pure spellcat, he is absurd.
He's godly.
Yeah.
He is so good. If there's anyone that's gonna expose him.
Do you think this is like the hardest matchup he could have possibly had, like him against mid 1?
Him against no one would be. I would pay money for that one.
Okay.
hey, but that's
Which
because
doctor?
are we gonna see Kuro against mid 1, or is Kuro gonna take the hard carry role and
No, I
put
think-
himself on a safe lane?
He might do that to dodge.
Because then you put Matu mid.
Matu is like he's like the stopper. You're just gonna
Matsu is the block pick.
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna
He said that, right?
get Viper, dude.
He's like, they just give me these boring heroes. Like he was complaining about it. Look at him. He knows what's coming. He's like, I'm gonna have to be mid, like Benno or DK or something. That's what he's thinking.
Viper it up. Let's go.
I think Viper would be a great pick.
Play some Vipes.
Get the vibes. Vipe Nash. Yeah, God. Did you see he dedicated that win to me?
He did.
Yeah, I
Like
saw
I was a
that.
sick
Good
child.
guy. That guy has been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He actually was on the team with Fada before on that Bears team.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Because I remember him on Sin's team, right?
Yeah. They were pretty good, but they would always lose in finals to actually, funny enough, Liquid. And then they ended up disbanding. It was like, I can't remember who their lineup was. It was like Firo and Adam. Adam, who's the coach of Fnatic right now. And I can't remember who their last was off the top of my head.
Me neither.
But it was a pretty good team. Just didn't get where they wanted to, I think.
I mean, he's a fantastic player. I love Yapsor. Watching him play, and he always seems to play like he's enjoying himself. A bit like
DreamLeague made him big as well.
And I like Charax as well. I think if you're going to play a 4, you've got to be a happy, good-spirited person, you know?
Yeah.
Always on the up.
Oh.
An optimist. I like that.
We've seen him grow on DreamLeague from small to being where he is right now.
Good for him.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
I first met him at an MLG. He was with, I can't remember what the team name was. He was with Weeha at the time.
Oh, yeah?
And some other guys. A guy named Exist, a German player. You guys probably don't know.
I remember when Germany had
Yeah.
I remember they had a few at one point.
Right? They were not a good team, but they were always just like chill guys. I was like, I would be really interested to see where like everyone's careers individually like go after this.
There was a UK player at that point. I think he was based in Germany. He had a UK flag next to his name when you used to see him. I can't remember what his name was. But I think he was like basically German, but
I see.
British nationality.
At this point,
I'd have to look him up.
I think it's going to be Matu playing Lifestealer, right? So then Kuro saving the last hero for himself with the last pick. We already have got a nice amount of catch. Catch. Yeah, catch on Team Secret with push.
I like the Lifestealer here. I think
5 seconds remaining.
Beastmaster gets a blink roars, infest bomb. You've got Wisp as well. Making empowering the Lifestealer and the Beastmaster. That's good.
Turn to ban.
I think Witch Doctor strong in lane. Against what, Tiny? So not the easiest, but definitely potential.
10 seconds.
Visage is the ban we saw Kuro yesterday on the core Visage. Worked out great for them.
5 seconds remaining.
And the last pick is going the way of Secret.
All right, well, they're thinking Weaver, apparently.
Yeah.
They were saying Tiny mid, so that would be, I guess, offlane Stalker or...
But he also said, let's see and wait what their mid laner is
Yeah.
going to be. So that's the upside.
I mean, I really like Weaver. I do think the problem is, I mean, actually, as long as you can live through the Raw,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be too bad. I mean, a Lincoln's and basically all you're worried about is Cask. So it's a pretty good Weaver game from that, in that regard. Pretty hard to catch. I obviously no stun. Cask is easily dodgeable.
What do you think?
No stun.
Will, what do you think about the Ursa?
About what?
The Ursa.
For who?
Secret.
For Secret.
Yeah.
It's actually not bad here. That's not... The problem is I can kind of hear the players.
Yeah.
And it's like throwing me off. So I'm trying not to like say... Because what if they decide to like do something in the future? I don't want to give away like the inside of what they're going to do. So
No.
I'm going to try to block them out.
Okay.
And just independently think about it.
Okay.
It's very difficult to do that.
Yeah, it is. But I'm gonna do this, put my earmuffs on.
But how are you going to be able to hear me?
I can kind of do that already. It's directional, my earmuffs.
Okay.
He has directional ears, like a chameleon's eyes.
If I think that what Secret needs is...
They need a way to kill
they
the
need something,
IO.
they need something better against the Lifestealer. Because they have ways to kill the IO, like the Tiny can jump.
Okay.
They're going to see...
P.
You could take like... let's see, you could take like Pit Lord or something like TB.
Maybe Ember, apparently. That would be interesting. I haven't seen Ember being great lately, but
10 seconds.
I would imagine that the idea right now is that there's not a ton of catch
yeah,
on the side of Team
there
Liquid.
really isn't.
5 seconds.
That's why I thought TB would be okay too.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Well, they have 10 seconds to decide.
Oh.
It looks like they're... sounds like they're not really out of it just yet. Oh, it's the Weaver in the end.
Is this going to be
You may now select
Kuro
your
Okay.
hero.
mid on PL?
Yeah, I think so. So the idea I think behind the Weaver is that they realized that there wasn't a lot of catch like we talked about.
Yeah.
So they wanted something elusive. Weaver is one of the better heroes against Wisp because you can get the
The Shikuchi.
the bugs.
Yeah, the Geminate attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get the bugs on him, and then the multi attacks, especially when he hit 25. And the mana burn is always nice as well. I just think also he's good. He can kite Matu here, and like I said, if he can just live through the Raw, then he's good.
All right, Will, you're up first.
I like aspects of Team Liquid's lineup, but I think that they're gonna have to roll really hard. Like
Yeah.
their laning phase has to go pretty well. And I feel like Secret are going to get really aggressive really fast, and I don't know if Liquid can deal with that. So I will go with Secret for game number 1.
I think they're going to start losing buildings real quick, and they're going to get ganked to hell by this Night Stalker Tiny, so yeah, Secret.
Yeah, I'm going for Secret as well.
Oh, don't do us like that.
But it's mostly because I feel like the full lineup of Secret should be able to beat a lineup with Liquid with a stand-in.
Yeah, I think so
And that's
too.
no discredit to Heen or anything like that. It's just, if Dota doesn't work like that, it feels kind of off for some reason. It's like, yeah, I feel like Secret should be able to win this. But we're going to find out. What's going to happen is first game of the upper bracket finals. And yeah, I am so sorry to do this, you guys. But we have the full British cast coming up.
Lord.
Oh, dear. It is Odie Pixel and Pigeon.
Thank you, Shiva. And, well, apparently the couch wasn't enough. We had to invade the casting area. Play-by-play, play-by-play. But wait, we worked it out. He's a higher rank, so he has to be analyst.
That's one of the rare times that's been said in a AA duo. But this matchup, Pigeon, it's going to be crazy. Secret versus Liquid. We've got Heen. This is a classic. You know, this is a relic from the past. The Heen Witch Doctor.
I mean, like, he's looking strong. Like I was saying, Ancient Apparition, he's won every game. He had one game where he played a different hero. It didn't work out for them.
True.
Is it going to be Curse, or can they do it? Because like I've been waiting for this game all day. I'm excited. I was like, yeah, this is going to be the one.
And I think it's going to be hard. The panel, they sort of touched upon it. You know, all three of them going with Secret. That last pick Weaver feels incredibly strong here because you look at the lockdown that Liquid have. It's a paralyzing cask and it's a primal roar in terms of what they have from the whole lineup. So as Blitz touched upon, they really do have to steamroll at Liquid to have a chance. Otherwise, this Weaver could get out of hand. The plus side for Liquid is, though, of course, it's a Weaver. And there's a reason why we don't see a lot of Weaver, because this is a hero that can struggle. It's a hero that if you get on top of it, which is, as we've clarified, already going to be hard, you can burst him down. You can get him out of the fight. But we saw Envy do some crazy stuff with the Weaver the other day. Ace, one of the strongest carries at the moment in the game. I'm very excited to see what he can do with it, as he definitely is against a lineup where he could just go off.
Yeah, I'm absolutely buzzed to see how this goes. I mean, you got to keep in mind, like, Secret, they don't have particularly a save hero for this Weaver either, right? So he's going to have to rush that Linken's. If Mind Control has a better lane, do we feel like it just starts to fall in favor of Liquid? Is there that much pressure on Ace to deliver?
I mean, as you mentioned, not just the fact that it's Mind Control Beastmaster, but the fact that he's going to almost certainly be paired up with GH IO very early on. This Beastmaster IO lane is something that we've seen a fair few teams sort of brings the foray over previous lands, and it can just absolutely destroy the lane. It's pretty incredible how much damage this Beastmaster can do when he's running at you, chucking axes at you, having the backup of the IO to sort of sustain these early tower dives. So I'll be very interested to see what Secret do in terms of the lanes, who they are going to try and match up against the Mind Control Beastmaster, because that for me is going to be the lane where you're really looking towards Liquid to make these early plays so they can get that momentum.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of that case of what can you really do? You have to shut down Beastmaster because you can't really go after lifesteal. That's a hard kill either way. You can maybe prevent him farm a little bit. He can't kill much on his own, but it's kind of like a stalemate, right?
Yeah, so obviously when the first nighttime comes in, that's going to be where Puppey, if you get that silence off onto the lifestealer, you certainly have a chance of sort of messing around with Matuma Man's game. But it's a Matuma Man lifestealer. Again, we've got so many players on heroes here that are just absolute beauties.
Yeah, these are some of their best.
It really is. Like, both teams here, I don't think anyone's going to be disappointed with the draft. Like, Liquid, sure, that Weaver got through against them. Maybe they weren't sort of expecting... I don't know, there was a lot of elusive heroes left in the pool. So I'd like to think that Liquid, even though it feels like they don't really have huge amounts of lockdown, they've got a plan. They know that there was always going to be this sort of hero being drafted in the final pick for Ace that was going to have this elusiveness, and they're ready to play around it.
And that's kind of the thing, like, you know, like you're saying, the Weaver got through, but how often do you see a glass cannon like this? I think the panel they were saying Ursa was like, yeah, this could work really well here, but I don't know. I like this Weaver. It's a bit of a gamble, but if Secret, like you said, they get a good start. This is going to get rough, and I feel like the ones we're not talking about much right now is that mid lane matchup.
The Kuroki PL. Kuro has been certainly stepping up to the mark on his core performance here at LAN, and PL, as you know, as much as we talk about the strengths of the Weaver in terms of looseness, the strengths of the PL in terms of being able to clear the illusions, they've got a couple of nukes, obviously with the blast, the Fade Bolt, and eventually the sort of scaled up cleave damage of the Tiny. There's definitely ways for Secret to deal with the the illusions as such, but vice versa for them, the control for a PL, it's not going to be amazing. As soon as Kuro gets the Manta style online, doesn't have to worry about the crippling fear. There's a lot of things that he can jump around and about.
That's kind of interesting because we were saying like you don't see Night Stalker as much anymore. Do you think that's really affected by the way the mid lane has been changed?
I think that the problem with Night Stalker is it's one of those heroes that has to have a good first night. Otherwise, it's just so hard to make this hero work. Throughout all of the patches, Puppey, he's always been a massive fan of the Night Stalker. You can guarantee that, you know, throughout sort of all the different metas, Secret have certainly been one to push this hero wherever they've found an opportunity to do so. So no real surprises that Puppey's going to play it and you know, draft it and play it here in this game.
And it looks like we're on a short pause, but yeah, I kind of like to see it. It's weird to say that about Night Stalker. It's that type of hero you run into games and you're like, this is horrible to deal with. And if it does get that good night, I think that's going to be maybe what sets the tempo more than how good a farm Weaver gets, right? Because that's going to set him up.
It is, and as you know, Puppey, at the start, the way they're starting these lanes off, worth noting, you've got him backing up Fodder on this top lane. So just putting that extra pressure onto the lifesteal and making sure that Matua Man can't get a good start. And no surprises on the bottom lane, you do have this aggressive duel. The Mind Control, GH, Beastmaster, IO, looking to put as much pressure as they can onto Ace. And I feel this is going to be a tough lane for Secret, because just having Yapsor down on the Rubik, not the best sort of hero to deal with any sort of aggressive laning. So it's going to be a tough start for Secret down here.
Yeah, absolutely. That IO just enables the Beast to go full ham. And actually, I think like we don't talk a lot about the Inner Beast and how that actually benefits even IO. Not the hardest right clicker, but when you've got that attack speed against a Weaver, he's going to just get shredded quickly. And so it feels like both teams right now are putting their focus on shutting down each other's safe lane.
Absolutely. Right? You're looking towards each carries being pressured. Mid lane, Kuro versus mid one. Sort of with the experience and such, and because it is, you know, Kuro, he's stepping up to Kuro. I would expect to see mid one to come out fairly on top of this matchup. Like this, you've got the extra base damage once you grab yourself the tree. I think we could see mid one get quite an advantage in this 1v1. It's all down to sort of the support rotations, but I don't think we're going to see those come out necessarily early, because I think both supports from either side, they're going to be sort of pressured and balanced on each of the side lanes. It's going to be very hard for the rotations to come forward, at least before nighttime kicks in and we start to see Puppey move around.
See, my concern is maybe, does Kuro stand a chance in this lane based on the fact that Tiny has no armor? Because that's pretty painful, right? 0 armor can be pretty rough against the Phantom Lancer that has such great stat gain.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, once you know, he's going to sort of ferry the regen out and such, and you can keep the Spirit Lance spam, you can certainly sort of push the Tiny back, but at the end of the day, it's just the fact that you're able to sort of get that free harass. Once you've got the tree grabbed, you can get the harassment out, even when you're going for the denies and such. Top lane Fodder.
Yeah, this is kind of the issue, though. We see Fodder, he almost gets caught there, but this is the kind of weakness of a lifesteal at the start, is until he gets phase boots, he can't chase down, he doesn't do much damage, he can't close the kills, right? And I think that's going to be what kind of sets this. How quickly you get phase boots, can you then turn it into kills? Because it is a Pugner. And of course, this hero can suffer a lot against slows because you rely on Decrepify quickly run away.
Mid lane, mid one, just doing his best to shove the wave right in underneath the tower of Kuroki. As you can see, just do a couple levels in tree. Very easy for him to make sure that he finds the CS advantage. Kuro doing his best job though, keeping up. Is what, 12 for 6 on mid one, 9 for 2
and
on the PM.
Mind Control, he is top of the last hits, but you expect that with Iron Lane. It's hard to stop that. At the moment, I think you just draw it out. I think if this kind of stays a stalemate, who has the advantage coming out of that lane?
I mean, it has to be the MCGH. The fact that these two heroes they're going to be able to do it much more than the Weaver is. You know, Ace, you really want to look to getting at least your first big item before you're sort of able to have an impact, sort of react to plays elsewhere in the map, make those sort of movements as the Weaver. With it going as it is, you've got to be scared. All these other lanes, you know, as soon as there's sort of those level 6 coming online, even if it's just Mind Control getting his 6 and GH getting his a little later down the line, the Primal Royal rotations are going to be pretty destructive, because you can certainly set up anywhere and enable the other cores to have a go at the kills early on.
They can't do anything to him in this top lane. For a moment, I was like, maybe they get him, but the Decrepify it nullifies the opener you need with this Maledict. And it's not often we see Maledict unable to have that first blood impact within like the first 2 minutes, right? It's probably one of the best skills to get kills. And now, speaking of which, Yapsor, is he going to be in a little bit of trouble? They might try and dive this, but Ace, no, they'll back away.
It's just so scary, these two heroes.
Yeah.
Mind Control and GH just come running at you, and you have to back off. You have to keep yourself hugging the tower.
I mean, Ace looked like he was like, maybe I can go. And then he's like, whoa, but I'm a Weaver. I got no HP to work with here. Look at this, just keeps coming back. This really just feels like you're stuck at your tower and you can't even aggress away from it at all.
It's just not a fun time for Yapso. You know, on this Ruby, you want to ideally be able to at least start making movements around, maybe helping out how the mid lane. As it is, of course, with the matchup, mid one doesn't really need too much help at the moment. He's doing absolutely fine in the 1v1 versus Kuroki, as we can see, as he still maintains the lead. But definitely not going to be one of those games where we see Yapso get sort of the platform to really start off a flashy Rubik game anytime soon. It's going to take a bit of time. Top lane.
He's in a little bit of trouble here, trying to move back to the tower, taking a lot of damage. He's right-click to powerful. Puppey can go on the tower. This is nighttime. Nice cast. There's the Malik bouncing through. But 2, can you do enough damage here? Puppey, I'll just DP out. It's all good. And you can feel the tension. Everyone's like, can we just get this first blood out of the way?
Yeah, it's coming up to 5 minutes. And because of the way that the lanes they've stayed incredibly static. You know, no one's moving around. Because, as I say, with the pressure from each of the offlaners, they're forcing one another to stay on the side lanes. And 5 minutes in, it's got to be the most static lanes we've seen in a game of quite some time. You're just not going to see any sort of rotation until now. It's nighttime. Puppey, he's TP'd back to base, and he's not going to go back top. He's going to try and make a presence down bottom.
He has to. I mean, it's nighttime. If he doesn't get anything out of this first night cycle, it just feels like you've wasted so much opportunity. And now they're going to try and move on. GH, if they can find him, is perfect kill. Wrapping around right now.
They know they have to get on top of the eye, really, to have a chance at this.
But they can't. Look how far back Puppey goes. He just gets spotted by the creeps. This is so much wasted time for them right now. And Liquid, they could just, you know, they draw this out. Every night cycle, if nothing happens, they're happy.
Absolutely. It's as we said, this is the downside of the Night Stalker. You've got to make an impact. Puppey, of course, he's still got a lot of chances to do so. He's looking towards his old teammate here, Kuro.
Let's see if he can actually make it happen. The problem is, Kuro does have a lot of armor. And, of course, can just dodge you out on the Doppelganger.
They've got that 1 point in the silence, but yeah, as you say, it's still a very hard kill to get. And Puppey, he realizes that he's going to sweep back down towards bottom, where Ace is starting to be chased a bit by Mind Control.
And Ace, now he wants to move on to Mind Control. They might be able to actually bring him down. There is a Tether available. GH need to get in there because he's losing a lot of HP right now. They can't get across with the lift, so back away successfully.
It's just pretty much impossible for Secret to find these kills with these moves.
Oh, well, maybe mid one. Kuro doing a lot of damage here. Mid one getting super low, but no mana for the Spirit Lance. Now they turn around with the kill. The Avalanche to decrepify. Never Blast. Can he do it though? He's gonna die off. He gets the kill. And finally, 6.5 minutes.
I mean, mid one going up and grabbing that tree to the side of the tier 1 tower. You could see Kuro was like, I'm gonna kill you, sir. And it was all a bit of a bait. You know, mid one, he knew that he had the HP to survive, and the Puppey would have the speed to wrap around. Just that extra bit of burst and control to make sure the mid one survived there.
It's kind of like you're sitting there, it's like, what the hell are you doing on this is my tower, you get out, but fantastically baited in. I mean, you don't really expect the Pugner to rotate like that, but now they can just switch up the lanes. It looks like they are going to do
Look at this tier 1 tower. 7 minutes in, look at the damage. Because of the way the mid one's played the lane, constantly pushing it in, Secret have gone and found the tier 1 tower. 7 minutes in, that is an incredibly early tier 1 mid tower falling.
And this is the worst case scenario, right? We were saying Puppey was close to getting no value out of that first night. He does. And on top of that, your Pugner has already taken those towers. Like you said, it just feels like Liquid, they're going to be forced to do something in the next 5 minutes. Otherwise, it's just going to start to spiral to tower after tower after tower.
And this is the problem we said with Liquid's lineup. They can't really afford to sort of get knocked behind at the beginning. I think a lot of pressure is going to be there on sort of the MCGH combination to make rotations and actually find kills for Liquid, because other than that, they don't really have the initiation to do anything about the way the Secret's playing.
And there's the initiation in return. They catch on the lifestealer, the jump in right there. He's melting so quickly. Can't even get the rage off the sides, but nice save from GH. Can I keep him alive? I'm not sure. He's going to try and turn around. Not enough damage, though. Now they need to move away quickly. GH so squishy. He's gone. Double kill for mid one. And he'll go for the TP out. He won't make it. Triple kill for Tiny. And wow, mid one is having the time of his life.
He had a beautiful lane. He had that beautiful first blood thanks to the teammate rotation. Now the fact that he's sort of paying them back. He's making the moves to help his team in the side lanes. Going up to the top lane, cleaning up a triple kill at 8 minutes in. Secret, that first night, we said it needed to be a success. It was an absolutely beautiful night for them, and they are waking up with some rosy cheeks this morning.
And the side effect, we're seeing it. We just went across to the bot lane. Ace is now unpressured. It's just mind control here. You're not that worried. GH was on his way back, but if you keep pulling him away, and it looks like that's exactly what Liquid want to do. They say, okay, no, we can't let Weaver farm. We know Tiny's a problem. but we need to exploit the squishy elements.
Just to show how much a problem the Tiny is, it's pre-9 minutes in mid. He's got the money for the Blink Dagger if he wants to pick it straight up. This is going to be an incredibly fast Blink Dagger pickup from the Tiny, and with this DD, he's looking for kills down bottom.
GH, if he gets across in time, GH is like, please, don't do this. Oh, but they're going to split up. Mind Control's been left behind. There's 4 heroes here. Secret with the older aggression. They're going to find the kill onto this Beastmaster and just slowly torturing him by letting him live for a few seconds as long as they tease. That's a good kill. And that, once again, alleviates pressure from Ace.
This is starting to look very scary for Liquid. GH.
Oh no, GH, you're too squishy with this. He needs to move away with the tether, but they're waiting there for you to lift, and he's gone.
They're just crumbling. There was the worry with this draft, whether Liquid could make stuff happen early on. It was always going to be hard.
And look at this, they send Ace mid, but do you really want to go up against the Phantom Lancer and a Weaver? No, he's got good armor. If he gets a few hits on you, you lose a huge chunk of your health. Look, he's half HP already.
He's sort of baiting Kuro around because they do have Puppey coming in.
Well, him on the bot lane, mid one. They might finally get a kill on this man. He's got to be worth a lot of gold at this point. There it is, 468 gold. They shut down the Tiny. It's been a while. He looked like he was getting a little bit too much leeway.
I guess they were fattening him up, as it were. You know, making sure that he was prepared when they went for the kill on him. Mind Control hanging around a little too long there. We already saw Puppey leave the bottom lane, and now Puppey, he's decided to come back over.
Well, you know, he's like, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die on my cause. He uses the Shrine. He's dancing up, but he's slowed. They get the tether on top of him. The axes fly out. Puppey's still really tanky. No, they can't stop the balls from smashing into Puppey's face. And now, Yapzor, they're not done just yet. They haven't got the Primal Roar, so this would be a slow, inevitable death if it did happen. But no, mid one is here. He's got this Shadow Blade already, and now you need to run because Ace is also here, GH. Gonna shred through him in the meantime. Mid one says, Mind Control, give me those dollars back. I just gave the gold across to you, now I want it in return. But Mind Control's still alive. GH almost dying up. Finally get the kill on the Mind Control, but GH is going to be the boy who lived. I don't think he is. Ace is getting so close, but he's taking a lot of damage. He's going to go for it.
Oh, that's
Yapzor, out of nowhere, a Rubik strikes.
All right, zipping and zapping his way in thanks to the toss from mid one. And they get the kill. So as quick as Liquid were to start making plays happen, with that combo that we talked about, they have to do stuff with the MCGH, the Eye and the Beastmaster. These are the 2 heroes that can actually make plays happen despite coming out of the laning stages as a disadvantage. But as we saw there, sure, they got in, they got some kills. Secret were able to find some return fire. Space is there for Kuro though mid. Does clean up that tier 1 tower, but Secret are on the hunt.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Kuro's just like, what up? It's our gank time. They're going for mid one. He's got the Shadow Blade in 5 seconds. They should have detection. There's a Primal Roar coming out. Now they need to shred from the Decrepify save. Turn around. GH, you're the target. You want to get out, but you can't. Mid one hitting too hard. Mind Control, you now need to run. But what have you got? You've got no escape. Your outroot is already dead, and so are you.
It was a good attempt. You could see what GH and Mind Control wanted to do there. They just didn't expect TP's backup to be there at the tier 2 tower. As it was, as you saw, Fada coming in, Decrepify suddenly. They just don't have any follow-up burst to actually do anything through that to mid one.
It seemed like they were a bit uncertain because at first they didn't seem like they want to go. They commit the Primal Roar and then they try and just turn it around. And it maybe felt like if they had maybe half-second quicker response, do you think they maybe get that kill, or is it just definitive always going the way of Secret on that fight?
It seemed like a desperation play, and I think it's understandable what Liquid are trying for those being behind here in mid lane. Now Mind Control again.
Ace, he's gonna find another kill. Mind Control, the only man who was having a fun time to begin with, is now starting to find his match quite painful.
I'll tell you what, this Shadow Blade pickup for mid one, I mean, it's 7-1-4.
It was so quick, and he got value out of it straight away, and he's continuing to do so every minute, it seems, at this rate.
Just these sort of drafts from Liquid, I think they went a little too far. Having both a PL and a life is always going to be hard. But look, the Eye is just dead.
Again!
Oh!
There's the club. He next on the hit list. Double kill for mid one. Can he get another triple? Two. A little bit too tanky. Has to back away. And Puppey will barely live. Of course, Malik's still scary, but he'll be fine.
This is not a fun game to play support on Liquid. Poor GH and Heen, any time that this Shadow Blade Tiny finds you, he's going to take you down. And I will see what mid one goes as his next item.
He's getting Soul Ring by the looks of it.
He had it queued up before the Shadow Blade, so
probably Blink, right?
I mean, absolutely. If he wants to go for it as well, at this point, as we've seen, the damage is not an issue if he gets their hands on them. And jumping around, he can cause a lot of issues. 7k net worth on mid one's Tiny as he really starts to climb ahead. 6k lead still for Secret. Is 13 for 2. 13 minutes in. This pace of the game, Liquid are going to have to do something incredible to slow down Secret.
You can't even push towers because Yapsel got his hands on the wild axes now. Lift coming on to Matu. The TPs are there. Matu, you need to run quick. Rage is up. We'll go for the TP out and we'll make it safely. But going to catch anyone else. Doesn't look like they'll be able to. But guess who showed up in the bot lane? The man I want to talk about, Ace. No pressure on him. He's almost got the Linkens now. And at that point, what's your solution on the side of Liquid?
I mean, I don't think you're killing that with once he has the Linkens. I mean, not at least anytime soon. It's just such a good game for the Weaver, as we saw. Secret confident and picking it up as their 5th hero. And with the Linkens, it's going to require some messing up really from Ace at this stage for Liquid to have a chance of finding him. They do go for the relocate top, Liquid.
It's wasted. They can't find anyone. They can maybe push this tower, but they're going to have to lose the eye of this, which means Secret know this is happening. Look at them rotate around the Roche pit now. They're on their way in.
Mid one, he really wants to go for the combo on Kuro.
He can maybe kill him. There should be enough damage. He needs to tap right now.
It
Gets him so far away. There it is. He gets the kill. Doesn't even need the tree, but meanwhile on the tower, looks like Fardown in a little bit of trouble. He walked off, and now Puppey, he wants to stand his ground. DD on him. Mind control doing a lot of damage. Walked off, but they're chasing on for more. They want it all. Matu next on the hit list. That IO that we said went back so early. He might be in trouble too. Is he fighting? No, he went back to base in the end. He TP'd out because it looked like he was being pressured by Ace as well. This is Secret playing the perfect style, right? All across the map, constant aggression. They love this.
I think the draft. I think question marks, flags are being raised on Liquid's side as Secret. They're just punishing whatever it was Liquid were trying to do perfectly. This is starting to look pretty brutal.
Well, Kuro will soon have the defusal, but I don't think that has much impact here against this lineup where they are now.
I mean, it's going to be sort of what we've seen there. Sure, Liquid, they get a kill, but then it cost them 4 of their lives. Maybe with the defusal they get 2 kills, but they're almost certainly going to still lose the team fight as a whole. As Secret, with their heroes and their items at this stage, are just a step ahead too far for Liquid to deal with. Liquid have to find these pickoffs. They've got to make plays with the Primal Roar. They're looking towards Ace. Mind control, 5 seconds, Primal Roar will be there.
This could be big. Ace has been the kill that has evaded them for so long, but he will continue to do so. He's just so defensive. He already knew someone was up.
Unfortunate Shikuchi away from there as there were 3 members looking for him.
Oh, I got him! Get it! That tree throw just so powerful with the Echo Saber as well. Well, it looks like we're clubbing for days. And now they take a tower. And 9k, it's about to be 10,000 net worth, and we're only 16 minutes in this game. That's a big lead. They do get the bot tower response. Ace is going to run away. There's 3 heroes here. If you do not get Ace, this is so much time wasted.
They're not getting Ace. They're not getting him.
You dust. He could just time-lapse, but he wouldn't even need to. He's so far away.
How do they close the gap? The answer, they just don't. They can't. They don't have any hero to do so. And Secret, they're knocking on your tier 3s at 16 minutes in.
Fine, you're going to ignore us? We won't leave. And now Kuro come around the back of the invis room. Puppey does make it nighttime, and that's fight time for Secret. They're ready to rock. They're ready to rumble. Can Kuro do anything here? He needs to go for the back foot if he wants to. Yapsor would be the perfect target.
He doesn't have to defuse the
really okay.
They're throwing everything in.
They're going to go straight for this. Is a lot for a root, but they will find it. They get the kill. Can they follow up? Farda, he has been soloed out. The Primal Roar will secure the kill, and Secret on full retreat as they get out of there without sustaining additional casualties.
All right, I mean, Liquid, they do manage to stop the push. Obviously not the biggest kills as such, but anything when they're behind like this is going to be worth it.
You got to take what you can get.
Every relocate roar has to warrant a successful fight for Liquid to climb back in, and they certainly made the correct play there, as you saw, getting to the backliners. But Secret, even though they're 2 guys down, they know that they can still fight. Mid one can still find pickoffs if he gets their hands on him.
And speaking of mid one, he's thinking about it right here. Puppey waiting in the tree line. Mind control, he doesn't have a clue this is coming, but he will find out right now. There's the slows coming out from the void. Puppey just trying to slow him down. Mid one gets across. Avalanche to jump in by Yapsor. They'll get the kill. And mid one out of control. And I think this is so important because Beastmaster's the one building Necronomicon. He's the way they spot these ganks coming in. Mid one is still getting so much value out of the Shadowblade.
I mean, this Tiny this is one of the reasons why we see Tiny pretty much banned and picked first phase as such. It's because when you get a player like Mid one on the Tiny and you get him a good lane, which when we look back at as we saw, he did. Kuro did struggle in the 1v1 matchup. Mid one got away with got a lot of pressure early on onto that tier 1 tower. And as soon as you're able to get that south of the map, you can leave the lane and look elsewhere. And Mid one's just made perfect movements up and down the map, being complemented perfectly by the way that the rest of the team wants to play with Puppey, making huge movements each and every night time. This Tiny's just out of control, and Liquid, as we've seen, their only way of starting fights is with the Primal Roar.
And that's the worst part, is like I was about to say as well, what's your usual rebuttal when you're in a lot of trouble and you're far behind? Let's try and pick up a Roche. They don't do Roche quickly, Secret do. I mean, they've got the Weaver, they've got a lot of counter-initiation, because Avalanche in that area can completely turn team fighting. Liquid, you can feel the desperation setting. They are on the smoke. They need to find something soon, and they might walk straight into Puppey, but this is a tanky support. How do you get through him quick enough, even if you do run into him?
That's tough. Especially once he's got the Spirit Vessel, then he's going to be quite a nightmare to deal with. He's got enough for the Vitality booster.
And, well, they are lurking around that pit secret. They're thinking about it. I think they just keep pushing towers. They don't feel pressure to go for Roche here. They're in full control. With that tiny seemingly out of control.
Yeah, I mean, Secret know. If they move around as a 5-man, then the sort of relocate plays can't come through. You cannot relocate into the full 5 of them.
And there you go. They go for it in the end. So they were scouting. But we just said, Liquid, you're so reliant on the
It's so
craft.
hard to do this if you're Liquid.
You need the most favorable bounces, and look at this secret. They already know it's coming. They move straight on to Kuro. Kuro dodges it. Needs to get careful. Jump straight in. Mid one. He's going to find GH. Oh, there's a toss back to interrupt it. He couldn't move away quick enough, and now Liquid, full retreat. You need to get out. Heen, he's almost dead. If they get one more touch, Ace is chasing. There it is. The hit's gone through, and now Matu will make his escape, but oh, this is the life of Liquid supports. As you said earlier in this game, they are not having fun, and it continues to be that way.
They just can't do anything with the Witch Doctor at this stage. It's looking very rough indeed for Liquid. This game has just got massively out of hand. It's just, and you've got to sort of ask yourself, what does the draft of Liquid look to do? They have a Lifestealer and a PL. Both of these heroes without the items required to be able to man fight Secret of this portion of the game, and there's not any team fight as well from Liquid. I mean, sure, the Witch Doctor could offer a cast. I mean, if he gets the chance to lay down a Death Ward, I guess that's great. But other than that, they just don't have the means to deal with this pressure that Secret have. The fact that Secret's got so far ahead so early on, Liquid, they're going to need something phenomenal to switch the pressure around this game. It's looking like a tough one. Sure, we've seen Liquid deal with some very tricky situations in the past, but this is certainly going to be up there as one of the toughest.
They're being punished so hard by this lineup, though, because it's the case we just said. They don't have as strong of a contesting around the Roche Pit as Secret. Their team fight, like they're more single target focused. And on top of that, Secret push much quicker with this lineup. So where's your solution, really? It just feels like you need to have that individual pick, and it won't be that way. It'll be the other way around. Now Matu should be able to TP out, but that's what I was just saying. Individual pick, what happens is actually the Beastmaster gets caught out every time it's someone. I don't think there's been, like, how many kills is Tiny up to now? It's getting ridiculous at this stage. He's 14, 1, and 7.
This LAN, there's something about Secret, they just seem to be a step ahead of anyone else here. I mean, we saw yesterday, they had that very dominant series against Newbie. And of course, if you're watching at home, you could have watched that and said, well, I guess Newbie just aren't that good. No, that's not the case. Newbie are very good.
Yeah,
but Secret just seemed to be a step ahead. Now you come into this matchup against Liquid, this sort of just goes to confirm that, you know, Newbie, they were a decent team. Secret was just a step ahead because Liquid, they're obviously playing with a stand-in. They have got your boy Coach Sheen in. And they're struggling against a refined team like Secret. Secret obviously having their full 5-man, and no sort of coach play from them this LAMP. And it's showing.
I mean, that's not taking anything away from Liquid, the individual players and everything. It's just that case, you get that chemistry built over months, years. And when you're forced to bring in Heen, it's not that he's a bad player. He's actually a fantastic player. It's just that is the difference that can be made between these.
When you compare against a team like Secret, see, I mean, likewise, you know, if this was Secret playing with Sumby and Liquid had their full 5-man, you could very well see a situation like this just be flipped on its head. It really is just the fact that, as you said, when you get to the very top echelon of teams, these little differences make the biggest effect.
And speaking of big things that should have a big effect, it looks like Secret are going to get an uncontested Roche here. In the meantime, Liquid are trying to push the bot lane, but I don't think you're going to be quick enough here. I don't think you can get the tower. They can TP back and respond to this very fast.
Puppey's already down here. Maybe seeing if he can cancel some TPs on the way out.
Oh, if he catches Kuro. Kuroki would be a perfect kill here.
Very hard for him to get a kill as such, but
they are stacked.
Playing around with Liquid.
Like, you're forced to use the Silence Wand of GH. That's the problem. Otherwise, the relocate comes out every time.
And Ace, you know, with the lead, he's going for this this Radiance Weaver build.
Yeah, Peculiar, not seen as often. Usually you love a Diffusal or a Desolator, but he's doing this in GH. Look at that damage, 2 hits. This is just scary, so scary for an IO.
And having the Radiance, very nice to have on a team when you're playing against the PL. Obviously, Kuro not going to be able to build any sort of True Strike anytime soon.
Heen Did he die off here? The 4-star forward.
Fada.
Once it's dead,
He wanted to go in.
The Roar. He's going to have to throw a lot on him. The Death Ward as well, but they get him.
I mean, I don't know. Fada was... He sort of offered himself up there. He was like, I'm going in, boys.
Guys, I feel like you need something. Take me.
He just forced in that.
He's an immortal undead child, right?
I
Technically,
guess.
he can't die. So that was his fault, maybe.
Yeah. He wanted to fight. He got it.
I mean, it was kind of peculiar. Maybe if mid one's nearby, you just turn it into a kill and return. But he was pretty far ahead. And actually, this is kind of the interesting part to see. You were saying about the Spirit Vessel, Puppey almost has it. And, I mean, that's going to be really, really good here. It's going to just completely shut out the IO and the Lifestealer.
Oh, yeah. Popping the Spirit Vessel onto the eye makes GH's job pretty impossible to do. Sure, he can still look to get the relocate saves, but in terms of keeping cores alive in the fight, it's just so hard to do with that limited regen when the Vessel's on you.
Yeah, absorb with the blink away. The cast will follow, but... This is always the scary part. When you give a Rubik a Blink Dagger and good timing, it's the type of hero that uses it very well. Not as well as a Sand King, but just being able to get in, get out quickly, snatch an important spell, it pays itself off in dividends. And what we were saying about Weaver going for that Radiance, and Lifestealer still does not have his. In fact, Weaver has beat him to it. Well,
He's nearly got it. Heen. Oh no, Coach Heen. Get yourself back to the locker room, sir.
Mid one's just like, finally, more kills for me. Someone get this man a death, I think is what Liquid are hoping for. He's worth so much gold now if he dies. 15-1-7.
I mean, that's true. You know, if they can kill the cores, so yeah, mid one in particular, they're gonna be making bank, Liquid.
Speaking of making bank, A's trying to catch up GH. Just go for the relocate. He does. Okay. He's like, guys, space. I think he's hoping he can
go for the TP play. Come on, go for the TP play.
He can't. Puppey's waiting for him.
Oh. I mean, if you time it to the server tick, you know,
maybe.
if GH was a good player.
Oh, whoa.
I love you, GH. It's impossible to flame that man. He's so beautiful.
Yeah, he's like, he's so humble. Like, yes. You ask him a question like, is your team gonna?
But I've seen some experienced pros try the TP. Who have I seen try the TP? I've seen EGM. He's one of the IO players.
EGM
try the TP attempt.
Yeah.
Who else have I seen try the TP attempt?
It's hard though.
It's like, I mean, it's almost not worth trying because it's hard. You have to do. I think you have to get it to like the 16th of a second or something.
It's something crazy, and also when your respawn time is still pretty low, like, what would you rather have, a TP when you're up? Probably.
You do it for style points, you know.
Yeah.
But as you
look
say,
flashy.
GH is a humble guy. He only wants to show off the plays. He doesn't go for these RNG plays. GH only goes for the skillful.
Do you actually really want to compete for secret star points this tournament so far with things like Terrorblade support?
It's tough. You know? It is tough.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see some star points because it feels like Liquid, they want to do it.
Mid one's just got items coming out his backside. He's got a butterfly.
He's going
He's got 3k gold.
I was going to be screaming internally if he gets crit here. He's just dead instantly every time.
Oh dear. I mean, how do you stop this?
I don't think you can.
I don't think you do.
And now, the other issue, like we didn't even talk about in the first place, you picked a Lifestealer, and how does he initiate? You've got no jumping.
Who's he going to go inside? There is, like, that again, another problem with the draft of Liquid. Like, what? I guess they got the bird. But maybe he's not a fan of hawks, Matuma man.
Maybe he doesn't like animal abuse. You know, you are essentially killing that poor, beautiful hawk.
It's true, honestly. I don't know how it's physically possible for that
man, that thing to get inside a bird.
Yeah, exactly.
Or any of these. Like, speaking of people, they want to get inside, they want to rip apart Kuroki here. Doppelganger's not going to save him, though. He gets caught out, and he gets dragged back as well. Mid one says, blood, give me more blood. Matu, they're chasing another tower. Your Rage is about to run out, but the Primal will go down to fight out. Look at it.
The Eon
it saves his life, and now Matu, he's like, fight me, mid one. Mid one's fine. I'll take out your support first because I know he's keeping you alive. GH getting super low. They're going to finish him off. They do chase down, and now Matu, you're alone in your own base, and you just can't fight them. Ace trying to finish this kill. Won't chase, though. They decide, we're getting a little bit low on HP. Let's back away right now. Now they're actually coming on that bot.
But Tumberman died still.
Yeah, he died.
Oh no, Heen!
Oh, no, they're going to lose everyone, Heen!
Oh, Heen!
The Rage!
The Death Ward!
The Death Ward, nice. Yours, and now mid one says, more kills. GG.
Oh.
They've had it.
Oh, I mean...
What a game. I mean, it wasn't long, but it felt painful to watch at some points.
I mean, as we say, you know, Liquid said it's a different experience having Heen, the coach, in the team. He gets to sort of hear the in-game communication. Maybe they wanted to show him what it's like when they get crushed. You know, they wanted to give him the experience where they just didn't stand a chance the whole game, so he can get an insight to that. This is a learning experience. This is a tactical loss by Liquid, and game 2. I'm telling you, this is some next level play. This is
how we build drama, you know? Go to the best of 3. Best of 3 goes to game 3.
It's a best of 3. It's not a best of 1.
Exactly.
Who cares about game 1?
Game
Liquid
1's warm-up.
Liquid don't care about game 1.
Exactly.
You know, Secret, they cared. It's not cool to care about game 1 Secret. Come on.
I mean, 2-3 equals 5. That leads to a grand final. And that's probably what they're thinking about, positive thinking.
Oh.
But, I mean...
it was a stomp. It was
brutal.
The panel, they called it. They all said, Secret, we're going to take this. It just didn't seem to make sense. It didn't seem to make sense. I mean, obviously, I'm an idiot, so not a lot of things don't make sense to me. But
we're both
draft from Liquid just didn't make sense.
I mean, we're both from the UK. It's not like we're known for Dota well. So.
No.
But I mean, maybe they go back to AA for Heen on game 2.
I want to see the Heen AA. That is something that gives me chills. You know.
The puns.
It gives me.
I'm just going to hide under the desk.
I can't wait to see some ice play.
I'm not going to hide under the desk just yet. I'm going to say we'll be back in a few minutes, so stay tuned. Now I'm going under the desk.
See you in a bizzle.